Hey, everybody. It's Michelle here. It's 3/3/2023. All right. You hear me? Anyway, I hope everyone's doing whatever you want to do. Um, just kind of thinking and contemplating as usual and doing a little reading on top of that. But I don't know if I said this, even though I enjoy my solitude and spending time in my aloneness. I mean, it's still important to have a connection with other people, right? Not to be reclusive where you're avoiding people. Now, if you are taking time for yourself, that's different, and you ought to. And I told you, I think I said aloneness is necessary, actually. Where you can be contemplating if you need to, or meditating if you need to, or just getting things together. But you can be in aloneness, and your wife or husband can be, or your partner can be right in the same, doing whatever they're doing, and doing their thing, and in other words, they're giving you your space to do what you need to do. Um, and also as a community, that's why I mean, black culture is phenomenal. Okay, because even though there's always something going on, like, but we felt so good together, you know. Even though there was tension and with cousins and uncles and aunties and all, I mean, we really enjoyed being together. Okay, and just feeling connected to each other, that warmth of being around somebody that understands, our the complexities of being black or dark people in America. So it's so important to know that you have that. And I think I said that before. And it's always best to at least have one person in your ear. If you got a whole lot of people around, you have one person that you can trust in your ear, so the stuff don't get so distorted. Because if you got everybody coming at you and all that stuff is gonna get distorted, and then there's gonna be some misinformation and misunderstandings. Um, so yeah, but yeah, so you need that kind of closeness of cultures. And that's, like I said, I don't have a problem with white people having their own culture. I really don't. Maybe they can heal themselves, before they eliminate themselves. Okay, because dark people, black people is not doing it to them. They're doing it to themselves. So maybe they should, get together more often and talk deeply, not that superficial bullshit, and say, and talk deeply to one another, especially the men, and say, what the hell is the goddamn problem? Honestly, is it black people? Is it dark people? And chances are, if they're honest with themselves, they know damn well that's not what it is. Okay, so they need to discuss that and be real about themselves. Because, like I said, they're the ones eliminating themselves. We're not doing none of that. Okay, but we're not going to just sit back and be tortured and terrorized anymore. Okay, that shit is over. And be and believing, because all it is belief that dark people and black people are doing this kind of thing. That's some bullshit. Okay, and like I said, I always can tell people that don't know the culture. I can pick it up. That's what I'm saying. I can pick up the contradictions right away, whether it's coming from black people, dark people, or other cultures. All right, so um, so you can't talk superficially, talking about football, okay, and talking about baseball, and talking about how real men, wouldn't have been complaining. This, okay, that's a bunch of rambling nonsense. Okay, so these type of men, especially, I'm just talking to the white males. If you're a real man, talk among yourselves and tell and find out why you believe that, because that's a belief. Actually, that's some bullshit. Okay, that you don't know what a real man is, and to say that these young black males, more specifically, and these young dark males, I call them dark, dark is black, the same thing. These young men, want to come home to their families. All right, they want to be able to provide for their families. They don't want to be fucking injured and then being told that they got to come out and still play while they're injured. Okay, that's ignorance. And anybody who does that, okay, those guys, you don't know nothing about. Nobody knows what was going on in these other football players back in the day. because they believe that bullshit that strong men do that kind of shit. That's why a lot of them lost their fucking minds or killed themselves. So stop it. Gosh. And just be honest for a change. Be honest. Okay, and like I said, leave black people alone. Leave dark people alone. All right? Start respecting women of all cultures. Okay, support them. If you care, because, black culture has been infiltrated. All right, if anybody can't accept that, well, okay. When people get so desperate in their needs and so desperate in their wishes and desires and so materialistic, they can be easily manipulated. Okay, somebody can throw them some dollars, and this person is ignored usually. Nobody's paying attention to him, and he's hungry. You think he ain't gonna take no damn money if somebody's throwing it at him? That's what these informants do anyway. They'll lie and say whatever they need to say because they know you're gonna pay them. So I don't know why nobody figured that out before. Okay, like I said, I had to recover myself. I had been working over 20 years in a toxic environment. I would have said something about this stuff earlier, but I wanted to make sure my parents were protected. Okay, and that's why this was the time to do it. Okay, so you need a bonding kind of relationship with each other. It doesn't have to be sexual though, and that's where men got these so-called straight men. That's their problem with all that shit, worrying about what people think because you hug a man. Come on. See, black women, and that's who I'm talking to, and that's what I represent actually. Okay, we don't see a problem with women hugging each other. We've done it all the time, or holding each other's hand. I used to hold my sister's hand, walking through the neighborhood. Is that a problem? Holding my own motherfucking sister's hand? It's just so so we gotta so all of this is beliefs. I don't care what anyone says. You have these beliefs, okay, and they're delusional, and you need to challenge them. What is wrong with challenging a belief? You could do it secretly. Nobody needs to know that you're doing that. You don't have to put it on social media. I'm challenging my belief. You don't have to do that shit. Just do it. You got to walk the talk. Okay? And all these others out there, with these platforms, I'm going to say this again, you need to use your own voice and introduce yourself introduce yourself to me so I know who the hell you are. I know the legends. I know the icons. Okay, so who are their children? Honestly, who are their children? And who are their other family members? Introduce yourselves. Tell us what you're about and what's your intentions. Okay. Like I said, some of these legends from back in the day and icons because of our overpopulation, chances are they've already reincarnated. Now, is that fantasy and fiction? Okay, treat it as such. But I think it makes more sense, if you're being realistic and you're meditating and getting genuine information about what the hell is really going on. All right, so I thought I'd share that. It's a good plot. We just gotta get real and stop being so righteous. Righteousness, that's an illness to me. Do you like that I said that? I can care less if you do or not. Okay, I really don't. I mean, it's an illness to me. That oh yeah, just calm it down, relax. All right, if you want, if we're gonna use words like realness, okay, and we're putting out thoughts that we want realness, and then when realness shows up via impulses from your subconscious, okay, you're freaking out and stuff and don't know what to do with that. All right, like I said, you got to know what you're asking for. Okay, because your thoughts does matter. Okay, you give your thoughts some instructions, they're gonna bring it to you, whether in a dream, whatever, your words and your thoughts. So, but that's gonna take at least 1,000 years for us to get that clear. Some of us already know that, and a lot of you just kind of, are you on the side? I'm just asking, are you on the sidelines eating popcorn and being cheerleaders? I don't know. I think if more of you come out and You could do it privately. Ease these people that have all this uncertainty, ease their uncertainty and make it certain to them. A lot of you know that we come from, most black people, dark people come from the Sirius constellation. We ought to. That's where we came from. And maybe that's where we'll probably end up again. But some of us won't. If you keep on that low vibrational, and on the low vibrational is beliefs and faith and supernatural, which is just nothing more and nothing less. Just, I don't know what that is really. But you can call it theories and opinions if you want. But like I said, theories and opinion doesn't mean that it's true. You're supposed to discuss it and bring it closer to the truth each time. And that's what we haven't not been doing. So anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think that's enough. And I feel I'm thankful because I think other people are coming through and understanding. No, this is not a joke right here. This is not a joke, and this is not trying to conjure up fear and conjure up arguments and conjure up negativity, which everybody hates negativity, but you can't get rid of negativity because you need it. And the main thing that people need to be careful and kind of work on as well as beliefs and faith is your contradictions. Okay, why are you contradicting yourself? How can you say you love somebody, but you have a problem with their lifestyle? You love somebody, but you have a problem with their skin color or their gender. That's the contradiction that I'm picking up, and I'm sure others are as well. That's where you need to work on. All right, so I think I've said enough. So, but you know what? I'm gonna still come back. I don't know if I'm gonna be back today, but I'll be back. Peace and love.